my messages for Sunday, October 31st, 2021. Happy Halloween, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I hope life is good. So let's see what the energies are for October 31st, 2021. So I always start with a prayer card and I read this 3 times. So if you guys are wondering why I'm repeating it, that's why. If you're new here, these are the Sunday messages. So my intention is for these messages to be positive, to be very, very positive messages, but occasionally something that's not so positive could come out. So I got to give the messages anyway. Also, this is not the tarot card of the day. The tarot card of the day is already posted on both of my my YouTube channels, Jamie Zebra 23. Well, I've got 3. Jamie Zebra 23, Jamie Zebra 23 Tarot, and Missing in Action Tarot. If you guys want to go over there, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. So I'm going to read the prayer card right now. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my forehead with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Through Jesus' name, amen. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my forehead with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my forehead with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Through Jesus' name, amen. So this is the 23rd Psalm. I always pick a prayer card every time. So let's get right on it. So since it's Halloween, let's use my Halloween cards. Woohoo! Yep. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I hope everybody's having a great Halloween. I hope you guys get lots of candy. All that good stuff. Yep. All right, so let's see. Okay. All right, for the collective, for Sunday, October 31st, messages to carry over for the week. What do they need to know? For the collective, what do they need to know right now? This lighting is so crazy. Okay. What does the collective need to know right now? What do they need to know? Cauldron, synergy and healing. So there will be some healing that's happening, or some of you are going to be working on healing or counteracting some things. It is Halloween, so people are doing what they do, right? They're going to be doing what they do. So some of you may be needing to counteract some things or to protect yourself, but it's either way, or manifest whatever it is that you happen to be doing. So you're going to be doing what you do, and they're going to be doing what they do. Yep. So let's see what else. I also feel like for some of you, I'm getting like those boards, those goal boards. What are they called? The name slipped my mind. It's like the boards that people make, like goals that they have for themselves, the things that they want. I feel like some of you might be making some of those or doing something like that. I mean, whether it has to do with Halloween or not. Saying it's a good time for manifesting and a good time for you guys to get what you want. Whoa. Now let's see. Now we have invisibility and spider. Okay, I feel like for some of you, are able to stay like under the radar, stay invisible, but still like pull, but still like get what you need done. I'm not feeling like this is a negative thing. I'm feeling like this is a spider. Like this is not a negative thing, but it's like a spider weaving its web. It's very carefully weaving a web. And before you know it, everybody knows everything, like, or knows who you are. Like, I feel like somebody's trying to get ahead and they're sort of staying under the radar as they're doing it. So somebody, it's like, I'm going to give an example so that you guys can understand what I'm talking about. This is somebody who's like networking and making it to the top, but like they're doing it without being loud about it. Like, it's like, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say Bob. That's my favorite little, yeah. Bob is my, yeah. So let's say Bob lives under the bridge. The last time you saw Bob, he was living under the bridge, begging for change. Bob wasn't doing so good. Next thing you know, you keep hearing about Bob. Bob just donated $3,000 to something. Oh, Bob helped me change my tire. Yeah, Bob put in storm windows for my mom. Yeah, Bob just got a new Ferrari. And everyone's like, wait a minute, Bob from under the bridge? That Bob? They're like, well, no, Bob doesn't live under the bridge. Bob lives in that big house over there on the hill. So-and-so's old place. They're like, how did Bob do this? So I just feel like some of you, like, you're either doing this or you did do this to where you, like, everyone's like, how did they go from, how, like, what? Last I knew, well, you better wake up, smell the coffee, and get updated, because Bob's doing pretty well. For those of you that are not doing so well, you are going to be like Bob, basically, and you're going to be doing very, very well here shortly. Now, let me see if there's any more cards to pick from this deck. Graveyard, unnecessary fear. Okay, so some of you might be thinking that, you know, maybe it's your time to go, or you might be worrying about somebody else's time to go. It's saying unnecessary fear. So for some of you, maybe you're making a mountain out of a molehill. Maybe you're really like, you know, going to the extremes. So like calm down, hypochondriac sort of energy. So sort of like calm down, because it's not your time just yet. It's not their time. It's not your time. So somebody is like a little bit overreacting. Spider again, community and web weaving. So some of you are somehow getting some status in the community, in your community, and there's going to be some people that are wondering, like, wait a minute, like last time I saw Bob was under the bridge. What are you talking about? That's not, you know, no, we must be thinking of a different type of Bob. No, it's the same Bob. It's Bob. It's Bob. So somebody's going to need a little bit of time to realize that Bob has come up. This is, I don't know why, but I find this funny. I don't know why that. Somebody just can't, like, they can't wrap their head around how Bob came up. I don't know why it makes me giggle. Maybe Bob is giggling. Who's ever in the position of Bob, maybe they're giggling. I like literally feel like giggly energy. Like, okay. All right, let's see. So for the collective, messages to carry over for the week. What messages does Spirit have? I want to make sure these are all, oh, they're jumbled, of course. Of course. I like to have all the cards upright and facing the same way before I shuffle them. So I had quite a few channeled messages that I've been putting out. I've been getting a lot of home invasion energy recently. So for those of you that, you know, have a place to live, you might want to make sure the doors are locked and the windows are secured, and that you're not, you know, presenting yourself as though you know, a thief could find something of value in your home. So just don't, you know, don't invite it in, and, you know, secure all entryways. Lock your car doors. I mean, still thieves can get in and people can do this, but like, let's make it hard for them. Let's not, you know, be like, oh, sure, come on in and rob me, buddy. So just be careful, because I've been getting like a lot of that, and I've been posting that on my channel. And a lot of blackmail energy I'm getting. Okay, service. So some of you are working a field where you're in service to others, or you are in service to others. Okay. Balance. Yeah, you guys are doing too much with your sacral and solar plexus plexus chakras, you guys are working a little bit too hard. You're kind of ignoring yourself and not taking care of yourself. So you need to find balance, you know, with taking care of others and taking care of yourself. This could also be you as a parent, maybe as a spouse. Maybe you do everything for the family and your spouse is doing nothing. Or not enough. There's got to be some balance here. People are going to be feeling frustrated this week. I also feel like some of you may be frustrated in the type of work that you do, and you feel like, you know what, I have no life doing this. Yeah, you're isolated. You've got nothing. No, you have no time to take care of yourself. No time to do anything else but be of service to others. Now let me see what else. So your throat chakra, some of you need to speak up and you need to say how you feel, what you think. Let people know that you feel like you're being done wrong, or you feel like things are not going the way that you had hoped that they would. I also feel like for some of you, your crown chakra, some of you are ignoring your intuition about some things, and you need to start paying attention. Now we have soulmate. You guys are not going to be able to meet anybody new if you have no time to meet people, right? So you guys have to work on your heart chakras as well. Be open to love instead of just work, work, work. And then we have impartiality. Some of you need to make a decision. Some of you need to, you know, choose one way or the other. If you want to do something, if you don't want to do something, stop being so indifferent, I guess. And then we have grief. Grief. Some of you don't want to cause trouble, so you don't speak up. Your root chakra. Yeah, some of you are putting your money and work over, you know, partnership, over love and romance. And then we have destiny, victim, prayer, miracle, and perseverance, and then dissipating. Some of you are wasting a lot of time either gossiping about others or downgrading others. You need to focus on yourselves a little bit more. Now, I do feel like for some of you, somebody wants you to be destined to be a victim, or they were hoping that you would stay at the bottom. Somebody was hoping this for you, but your prayer got you miracles. Your perseverance got you to where you are or where you're going to be. Some of you need to persevere. Some of you are having realizations that the people in your life don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to do well. They just simply don't. So some of you are going to, you know, you're going to be sticking to prayer, perseverance, and expect a miracle. You know, even if all these doors are slamming, I feel like for some of you, there are doors that will be opening. But there's a message out there for some of you that some of you are wasting a lot of time, and time is like going by, dissipating, while you guys are so focused on what other people are doing and trying to hurt others. You need to maybe focus on yourself, focus on helping like the greater good. That needs to be something that you guys, you know, that needs to be your main focus now instead of hurting others. So this is like a warning from spirit. Oh, wow. Okay, so I just got a vision. Some of you have been having dreams. Some of you had a dream where somebody in your dream told you to leave somebody alone. You had a dream and they said, leave so-and-so alone, or back off somebody, or you better stop, or stop what you're doing. So I just feel like for some of you, I mean, this is for obviously specific people, but that's what I got. As soon as it said leave people alone, I just got like a vision of like somebody like being like, I had the weirdest dream. They said to leave so-and-so alone. Are you going to leave them alone, or are you going to keep on keeping on? I wouldn't mess with the spiritual realm if I were you. If they tell you to stop, you better stop. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, let's move on to a different deck. All right. Okay, messages to carry over for the week for the collective. What messages does Spirit have for the collective to carry over for the week? For the energies of October 31st, 2021, to carry over for the week, what are the messages? Okay, so we have freedom, animals, healer, and travel. And then at the bottom of the deck is environmentalist. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. So some of you have an interest in animals, nature, the environment, you know, making the world a better place. What is Greta, the one that Trump is afraid of, the little girl. Greta, I don't know, her last name slipped my mind, but Greta, I love Greta. So some of you are like her. So you guys, that is your calling. So if you feel drawn to that, that is your calling and you should stick with that. And then we have freedom. You're free to do what you choose, whatever it is that you may want to do. So if you want to do nothing, you're free. If you want to do everything, you're free to do it. You guys have freedom to go in any direction that you would like. You're free. And then we have animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are a part of your life's work. So yes, so those of you that are working with animals, maybe you take care of animals, maybe you have an animal rescue, maybe you foster animals, maybe, you know, you really identify with animals, you really have a soft place in your heart for them. You really care about like what happens to them and how they feel. What homes they go to, what type of homes that they're in. Some of you definitely take a personal, you take it personal. So now we have healer. So some of you could work in medicine. Maybe you work in modern medicine. Maybe you work in hospitals. Maybe you do spiritual medicine. Maybe you heal people with Reiki or other modalities. So you have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So for some of you, you need to focus on your calling. Maybe some of you don't know if you should go to school. You don't know if you should take a class. How about you start? How about you try? How about you start to decide this? Okay, let's see what else for the collective. Let's see. My phone is broken, so I don't know if you guys can see it all, but the screen looks black to me. So I'm hoping that it's not a black screen, but if it happens to be a black screen, I didn't do that on purpose at all. My phone, I have kids, so you guys know how the kids are. They drop the phones, they crack the phones. Yes. Okay, so now we have travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. So some of you may feel like a nomad. Some of you may feel like you don't know where you want. Maybe you want to live everywhere at once. Like you guys are like, wait a minute, I kind of like it over here, but I also like it here. I really love it in Canada, but I also like it in France, but I also like it in England, but I also like it in New Jersey. That's my problem. So if you guys have this problem, I have that problem too. I have several places to live because I can't choose. I just can't choose. And I know as I get older, I'm going to add more because I can't, I like everywhere. I just do. Your life purpose involves traveling. So some of you might be a pilot, flight attendant, a bus driver. I think we got a lot of transportation stuff the last Sunday messages. So yes, so some of you, your calling in life involves travel. So I also feel like you guys, the license plate numbers that you're seeing, you guys need to pay attention. I think that there's sometimes a confusion about angel numbers. An angel number is pretty much any sequence of numbers. It doesn't have to be all 4s or all 7s or all 6s. So it could be 2, 3, 4. So if you constantly see 2, 3, 4, you should probably Google what that means. If you see 415, and you constantly see it, Google what that means, because that's usually a message from spirit. They're trying to tell you something that maybe you're not getting. So they're trying to help you out with that. So you might want to Google that. Google whatever it is that they're trying to tell you. So now let's use the is this Radley Valentine? This is either the last deck that Doreen Virtue did, or this is the, oh, it's this one. Oh, it is Doreen Virtue. Okay, yeah, this is the last deck that she did before she quit. Okay, so let's see. If you guys are new to my channel, I love Doreen Virtue and all of her cards and all of her work, and it was really sad when she decided that she didn't want anything to do with this anymore. But everybody's got to go their own way and follow their own path. But all of her tarot cards have been so inspirational to me, like during the worst times of my life. Of course, God, but these messages, these spiritual messages, like helped me and encouraged me and got me out of so many slumps. I just don't know what the world would have been if Doreen Virtue hadn't, come in. Like, Everybody has their calling, and sometimes somebody's calling isn't forever. Maybe it's temporary. But I just hope she knows like how many people she's touched and saved and helped, because I'm one of them. So let's go. Okay, and Dorian Virtue is also the Jesus deck with all the scriptures in it. Of course, you can read the Bible, but it's just nice to have those cards on hand with the scriptures. But anyway, so Sunday messages for Sunday, October 31st, 2021. Archangel Jeremiel. Thank you, Archangel Jeremiel. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So this is a 20. So 10s are a completion, but a 20 is double that. So there's several areas in your life that you're completing and that you're moving on from. Now, this is saying finding a purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. Okay. So forgiving yourself is a very important thing. And I know sometimes people are like, what does that mean? What? So woulda, coulda, shoulda, guilt for, maybe behaviors that you did in the past or the way that you treated people in the past. I'm looking for the other cards so I can put them together. That's, if you guys are wondering, like, what is she looking for? So sometimes we do things that we're not proud of. All of us have, all of us will. If you haven't done it already, you will. I mean, whether this is offending somebody, whether this is being mean to somebody, whether this is being spiteful, whether this is, maybe making a choice that changed somebody's life, or not saying no to somebody when you should have and then something bad happened, or leaving your children in the care of someone you shouldn't have, or letting someone borrow your car when you shouldn't have, or driving under the influence, whatever your personal thing is. Some of you kind of need to forgive yourself and change. So the first step is acknowledging where you went wrong. Once you can acknowledge that, then you can change things. For example, I wasn't always the nicest person in the world. I was definitely a jerk. As a child, I was definitely a brat, definitely a jerk. Growing up in a house with 7 brothers and being starving all the time and all that stuff probably contributed to some of my nastiness. But I was very rude and I was very mean to a lot of people. And I've had to, over the years, I would think of it and I would feel real guilty. I mean, even to this day. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Why did I do that? Why did I say that? Oh my God, I hurt somebody's feelings. What the hell? How dare I? What right did I have to do that to somebody else or say that to somebody else and this and that? So there's a lot of work where I'm still in that, where I'm oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And what's worse is when you run into these people and you want to say hi, but then you're like, wait a minute, I was rude to this person. Do I say hi? Or you don't know what to do. So the best thing to do is take a deep breath, talk to God and say, listen, please God, I'm acknowledging my wrongdoings to people in the past. And please energetically send them an apology. So if I can't verbally do it, send it energetically. And then also, please God, help me to heal that part of me that can't let it go. That feels so overwhelmed with guilt that I can't let it go. And help me to never behave this way again. Help me to never mimic this behavior again. Help me to never cause someone to feel this angst or upset or sadness due to me being that dark cloud. Through Jesus' name, amen. So I've had to do that a lot over the years. So if some of you are finding your purpose in life of a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So and let's say somebody wronged you. There's nothing wrong with you energetically forgiving them. Maybe they're not worthy of forgiveness, but you can still forgive them for your own good. Maybe not for someone else, but for your own personal good, you can forgive them. But that's up to you and what you want to do and where you are. But some of you need to close out some cycles and you need to close some doors to the past so that this new life purpose can come in. So some people think, oh, so-and-so is spiritual. So-and-so is, in touch with themselves. That means so-and-so is perfect and that they've never done anything wrong in their whole life. No, that's 100% wrong. Most people that become spiritual, become in touch with themselves, get their chakras in order, big on meditation, they're probably the most messed up, sorry guys, tongue-tied, most messed up out of everybody. So there's nobody holier than anybody here. There's nobody, it's not, oh, I'm just so perfect and so wonderful and I've never done anything wrong. And no, I've been on both sides. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. So some of you might think, oh, well, there's no point in me meditating because, I mean, I've done some bad things or I've been rude to people. No, that means that you need the meditation more. Some people might even be like, well, there's no reason for me to talk to God or ask for anything because I'm not worthy because I did something bad in the past. No, that would make you more worthy because you're acknowledging that there was something wrong. You're acknowledging your wrongdoing and you're trying to fix it. Now, for those people that say, I'm perfect and I've never done anything wrong and everything I've ever done is justified, those are fakes and you should stay away from them. That's a big N for narcissist, okay? So now let's keep going. So I just wanted to clarify that because I always, I get emails from people asking me questions and I can't always answer the emails. And they're like, but what if I'm like not a good person, or what if I used to not be a good person, but I want to change now? Do you think I could ever change? Of course you can. Of course you can. With the help of God and the angels and spirit, yeah, you can change. Oh yeah. And majorly in like doing self-inventory every day on the areas you need to change. And if you don't exactly know what you need to change, talk to God and say, please God, reveal to me the areas that I need to change so that I can change them right now. So I can change them now. Okay. Let's see. Now, what other messages for the collective, for the Sunday messages? For Sunday, October 31st, 2021. What messages for the collective? Okay. 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 All right, so we'll take these 4. Okay, guys, I don't know if you remember in some of my my Sunday messages, I got this before. Every time this card comes out, I do something kind of bad, so maybe some of you are like me, so don't. Okay, it says Queen of Ariel, mature, practical, generous, and happy. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. So be practical about proceeding. So the last time I got this card, I put a bunch of cheek fillers and I looked like a pumpkin for a long time. I still have the cheek fillers. They're starting to go down a little bit, but it was like, they're still there. You can still see it. So if some of you want to like go crazy with something, a hairstyle, a dyeing your hair, getting a tattoo on your face, or going crazy with the fillers, just be practical with how you proceed. Also, if some of you like to overindulge your children, your family members, make sure that you can afford it instead of overspending and then you can't pay your own bills. So just be practical with how you proceed. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be generous, helping others, loving yourself, taking care of yourself. That's great and all. Just be careful how you proceed, or you're going to look like a pumpkin too. Okay. And then we got the 4 of Raphael. Seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. So for some of you, maybe there's some doors closing. You need to seek out other possibilities. So let's say you're with somebody that's toxic, somebody that's not good. Okay? If you continue to live with them, if you continue to deal with them, you're in a toxic situation. So get out of the situation. Find other possibilities. Okay. Also, not everything is all about money. So some of you need to maybe go back to basics and look for the magic in life. Do you see how this girl is on the beach with seashells? See, she's having fun with just a seashell. I mean, go back to basics. And then we have the Magician, Archangel Raziel. Thank you, Archangel Raziel. You can manifest the life that you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginning. So some of you are starting anew. You're manifesting quite well. I've gotten emails from some of you that watch my videos and you're like, Jamie, the 2 or 3, 4 Sundays ago, you said about manifesting. I did it and it's already started. And then we have Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support. A change in job or promotions. I'm going to just let you guys know in case you guys are wondering why I'm talking the way I am, why I'm getting a little bit tongue-tied. Not that it's anybody's business, but but I did get a little bit of filler on the corner of my in the corner of my mouth, so my mouth is just a little bit numb. That's why I'm getting a little bit tongue-tied. I'm okay, but that's what's wrong. So if you guys are like, she's like really tongue-tied tonight, what's up? That's why. So just, sorry. They put this numbing cream on there, and I thought it had worn off enough, but I guess it didn't. Okay. Don't judge me. And no, I don't do it every day. It's like upkeep. Like you get Botox every 4 months, you get the, you know, the filler every 8 months. So it's just upkeep. Yeah, I got the cheeks done about 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, I think. But I got this done 8 months ago. So it was time to do it again. But anyway, enough about that. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, what messages? I just figured I'd tell you guys, so you guys are wondering like why I'm so tongue-tied and why I'm tripping over my words. That's why. I'm okay. I'm all right. Okay. Okay, 9 of Gabriel and the 3 of Michael. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. So for some of you, there could be a weather change, could be a financial change, could be a family change. Just be prepared for someone showing up possibly. And then we've got the 3 of Michael. Release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. So I am picking up on a breakup coming for some of you. There's definitely going to be a breakup, some sort of ending here. But I mean, it is what it is. I also am picking up on family. So maybe some of you, you have family members that you know were bad-mouthing you. Could be your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, in-laws. You knew that they were bad-mouthing you and you still smiled and you thought that they would change and you were trying to give them a pass, but they kept doing it. So you got to the point to where you don't support them. Maybe you were helping to support them financially, supporting their small businesses. Maybe you were, you know, just being a shoulder to cry on. You were always available. You were, you know, always kind no matter what. And they would just go behind your back and badmouth you, try to hurt you to other people. Maybe they actively tried to, you know, cause damage to you. I just feel like some of you are realizing that you must protect yourself, your own sanity, and you must maybe cut off these toxic people so that you can move forward. Oh no, mommy cat. Oh, mommy cat, don't knock everything over. Come on, mommy cat. Come on. Mommy cat. Come on. This is mommy cat. Hi, mommy cat. All right, you got to come down from there. Okay, mommy cat. If you guys are like, why isn't she wearing a collar? Because she doesn't like collars. She doesn't want to be restrained, okay? Okay? She doesn't want it. Okay, come on, mommy cat. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. All right, so now let's move on to it. Oh, so what I was saying is some of you decided to put yourselves first and not let your family use you and abuse you anymore. And there's gonna be some pushback, but you guys are doing well. You guys are doing well by not allowing this anymore. Now let's do this other deck. I know for sure this is not Doreen Virtue, but this is Radley Valentine. So let's move on to this deck. Yeah, I'm getting strong energy of people like taking inventory of everybody in their life. And I feel like they're gonna have to like cut everybody out except for like their kids or their spouse. Like people are really taking advantage. Let me see what else. Okay. What messages for the collective to carry over for the week? Okay. All right. So here's what's up. And at the bottom of the deck, we got the Emperor. Logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation. Accept a leadership role. Structure and discipline. So for some of you, this could be an Aries in your life. For others of you, this could just be you that needs to maybe step up and take a leadership role and to try to get things going. Like the bills aren't going to pay itself. The dishes aren't going to wash themselves unless you got a dishwasher. It's an energy of that. So we got the Ace of Water. A beautiful new emotional experience, a romantic relationship, or deep friendship, awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual insights, a love letter, a new home. So for some of you, maybe somebody's going to write you a love letter, a love text. Ooh. Some of you are going to be moving somewhere else, a new home. Awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual insight. So some of your spiritual gifts are coming in. I also feel like it's new love coming in for some of you. And then we have the 8 of water. The need to move on, seeking more from life than what you're experiencing. A spiritual quest, choosing to make big life changes. A change in priorities, leaving home. So both cards are talking about a new home, leaving home. So some of you, yeah, you're packing up and you're going. Some of you are deciding that you have no room for growth where you're at. So this could either be in a relationship you're in. Maybe you guys still live with your parents and you maybe want to branch out on your own. For others of you, you might be relocating, leaving state, jumping state, doing something different, getting out of the way. Oh, Michael Dillon, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. If you're watching this, thank you. You are so kind to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Something just went across my screen. Okay, all right, okay. So yeah, change in priority. So I feel like some of you are putting yourself first, your goals, your dreams, your wishes, you're putting it first. Okay, I'm also picking up on school teachers. Some of you work at a school district that you feel like is not treating you very well, or you work at a hospital that you feel like is not treating you well, or they're not respecting you, respecting your wishes, respecting some boundaries, I guess. Maybe not paying you your worth, treating you like you're the redheaded stepchild. I think redheads are great though. Yeah, I love redheads. So just, nobody take offense to that term, redheaded stepchild. Just a term. It just means that you're being treated like a second-class citizen. That's all I mean by that. Okay, that's all I mean. And when I say I love redheads, I didn't mean it in like a romantic way. I just like I'm sure a lot of people, like my mom, for example, she loves like Native American dolls and Native American stuff. I like redheads, so a lot of my dolls that I collect are redheads with freckles. And like anytime I see a redhead, I'm like, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so adorable. I just think that they're adorable. That's all. That's all I mean by that. No offense. I'm not fetishizing. I'm not talking about like romantically. I'm just saying I just think redheads are really beautiful, really handsome. I like the way they look. Okay. But anyway, okay, back to this. I'm rambling. Sorry guys. I'm rambling. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So balance. Blending the ideas of others with your own. Oh, what I was saying about, yeah, so some of you, I feel like whoever works in the school district or in the medical field, some of you are going to be moving on, maybe getting jobs at a different district or getting jobs at a different hospital, a different company, a different group. But yeah, you guys are switching up because you're not being treated fairly and you're not, you feel like you're not getting your worth. Like you feel like you're not being valued. You're not valued. Blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. Successful compromise, the power of diversity, self-control, patience, and balance. So yeah, so you guys are balancing multiple priorities, work, home, love life. You guys are figuring out how to balance. And even if you can't perfectly balance everything, at least you're making an attempt to balance it, right? And then we have release. Endings that lead to new beginnings. The need to release situations or people that hold you back. Spiritual transformation. So yes, what I was saying about you guys getting rid of family members, friends, or anybody who's toxic to you and your environment, anybody who doesn't uplift you is going to be gone. You guys are deciding to take out the trash. No offense to anybody, but you're taking out the trash. It's stinking up the place. And you don't need that. You don't need that kind of drama, that kind of negativity, because it's a vibration. It said that for every one negative comment, it will take 10 good positive comments to make it equal. So if you have somebody all day long, every day, putting in your head something negative, you're not good enough. You didn't do it right. Why can't you do it this way? Why can't you be like so-and-so? Why didn't you do this? How come you're not that? There's no room for healing. You're literally being kicked in the head all day long if that's all you hear. It's just abuse. So if that's the kind of people you're around, you need to consider what you want in your circle, because that's not it. That's not good. Okay, the world. A brilliant success. A time for joyful accomplishment and spiritual enlightenment. Freedom to do what you want. Be proud of yourself. So some of you, you're starting to figure things out. So last week I talked about ageism. There's a lot of people who truly believe that your life will, that your life is over at 21, or once you're 25, you're over the hill. It's over. I mean, in my personal opinion, all the good stuff starts at 30, but that's my personal opinion. Maybe some of you might think differently. Some of you might say all the good stuff starts at 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and it probably does, right? So, so I just feel like for some of you, you need to just stop with the negative ageism self-talk and do whatever it is. If you guys want to go back to school at 60, do it. Like whatever it is that you guys want to do, do it. And you're more capable now than you ever were before. I mean, I know in my teens I was very unsure. I know in my 20s I was very unsure. I knew in my early 30s I was really unsure. So if you, I mean, I'm assuming the older we get, the more sure we become, right? So if you already know who you are as a person, the only thing that you have to fear is pretty much you, right? Whatever you tell yourself then. So I say go out there and thrive. But I mean, that's just my opinion. Get out there and thrive. All right, so now I'm going to move to the playing cards. So let's see what the heck is up. Okay, so again, I try to keep these messages positive, but occasionally they're not positive. So I just have to read what the cards are saying. It may make some of you uncomfortable, scared, worried, but I'm going to say what the cards say. If this is something that you cannot, you know, handle, you're more than welcome to click off. If you can stay, you can stay, but if you cannot, I understand. Okay, messages for the collective to carry over for the week. What messages does Spirit have? Okay, so we have the, okay. Victory, public recognition, and some good news coming in. There's some good news. Good news about money's coming in. If you guys are waiting for your unemployment, if you're waiting for something like back pay, it's coming in. Okay. Okay, so here's what's going on. I feel like there's a lot of public recognition or some chatter going around. This could be rumors being spread about you. These could be good rumors or these could be bad rumors. There could be somebody, a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, man or a woman, that is spreading these lies, spreading these rumors, telling these negative things about you. So let's say, for example, you own a gym. You own a personal gym. For example, it could be anything at all, but let's give an example. You could have somebody that maybe went to your gym, or maybe they started a gym themselves and it didn't work out, and you know it got shut down, and they're mad that your gym is open and that it's thriving. So what they're doing is they're going around and bad mouthing you, you know, defamating your business, only because of the positive feedback you're getting or the positive stuff you're getting. So let's say you're a great mother or a great father. Maybe somebody lost their kids. Maybe somebody's a terrible mother or father. Maybe they're like the worst of the worst. So they're so angry at hearing about how great you are that they have to find a way to downgrade you. So just expect to hear some chatter about you that you're like where is that coming from? Like, it's envy, that's all it is. Now, some of you have a decision to make on money, on what you're going to spend some money on. Are you going to put a down payment on a house? Are you going to buy a snowmobile? Are you going to put the money that you have into a business? Are you going to replace, you know, parts of your car, get snow tires? What are you going to do? Maybe you guys have a spouse or somebody that's not on the same page as you. They want to blow money on dumb things and you want to be practical. Maybe some of you want to save money for a rainy day, but this person wants to go and blow it at the bar or on substances that they should not. Now, I also see with the 6 of coins here and then the King of coins. Interesting. Even though this is the King of... Okay. What threw me off is this. So, as most of you know in cards, tarot, I've got so many decks everywhere. So I try to like rotate them out. to me, I don't know, even though it's the King of Pentacles, I was looking at it was like the King of Cups because of the blonde hair. So everybody knows that like a cup is blonde hair, fair skin, so it could be like a black person like me with blonde hair. It could be a white person with, you know, with lighter colored hair. It could be a blue-eyed person or somebody with fair skin. Okay? But Pentacles are typically either somebody with brown skin, a tan, a black person, or somebody with dark hair, dark eyes. So it just threw me off. A pentacle with blonde hair. I don't know. It just threw me off for a second. Keep in mind I'm dyslexic, guys, so it takes me a second to get with the program when like something new pops up that my brain has already trained myself to know. So anyway, so this is the King of Pentacles, but I am getting the King of Cups. Okay, baby, hold on one second. I will absolutely do this in just 1 second. Just let mommy do this and I will do it for you. Yep. You guys know I have a special needs nonverbal child. So he just handed me something. Okay, so I'm gonna get off here in just a second. But anyway, so back to the reading. Okay, so with some of you might be deciding what you're gonna do with some money. Somebody does not want to be practical and the other person does. Now with this King of Coins and the Five of Swords, there could have been a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo man or woman that was plotting on you. But you guys are finding success despite this. Also, I feel like some of you are untouchable. Maybe at one point somebody had you in their clutches. They could have hurt you, used you, abused you, but it just didn't work out that way. God had a better plan for you, so it just didn't work out that way, and you guys are free from this. I also feel like there is a manager. Your manager, your supervisor, somebody who was planning on plotting on you, but it's backfiring. So if you have a manager or somebody at your job that is being disrespectful, that's being rude, I feel like some of you are going to decide to either lawyer up, call corporate, call a higher up, record them, video record them, or do something to try to get this to stop. I feel like you guys will end up being the victor in this because this person is happy, victorious. I also feel like some of you may be moving, changing residence, changing locations, you know, finding a new apartment, finding a new house. Maybe you have tenants and your tenants are moving, but you guys are going to be happy about this. This is like a positive end to like a nasty situation, a conclusion to a nasty situation. So it's like, hallelujah, they're leaving. Okay, I have to go make lasagna now. All right, guys, that was your tarot card, or that was your Sunday messages for Sunday, October 31st, 2021. Have an amazing Halloween, everybody. Also, happy November. It's going to be November in a few hours. What else? Oh, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website, jamiezebra23.com. My readings are done in 24 to 72 hours after purchase. If you don't want to wait that long, you can always order a same-day reading, which is done the same day, or you can order a regular reading, which is done in 24 to 72 hours after purchase. I also have tons of stuff on the website that you guys can order. I typically ship out the next day. Also, trying to put this stuff on a shelf. Okay, also, what else? Oh, I have 3 tarot card channels. It's Jamie Zebra 23, this channel. Then I have another one, Jamie Zebra 23 Chat. And then I have another one, Missing in Action Tarot. Yep, jamiezebra23.com. Ta-ta for now. Love you long time.